Hello. Hello, people. How's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Carl Settles, and I'm the founder and executive director of E4Youth. And welcome to our summer industry studio capstone event. I'm really excited to be here tonight and have the students that have been participating in our summer industry studios present about their projects and the things that they've worked on, as well as hear from some of the amazing industry partners that help mentor and coach them throughout this process. Just a little bit about E4Youth. As we always do, we start off by talking about the mission. E4Youth uses the arts, sciences, and technology to help youth find and pursue pathways to successful careers in the creative economy through hands-on training, active mentorship, and exposure to real-world opportunities. I really like to, our education director, Umberto, he says that E4Youth is like the sun, the soil, and the water for creative youth. And if you think about that metaphor of a garden, different plants need different things or different portions of nutrients, sunlight, in order for that particular plant to flourish. And that's really what E4Youth is about, is creating that environment where particularly youth of color can be able to flourish. There's lots of things that are mitigating circumstances in the world that want to tell youth of color that they don't provide value. But we see that value, and we're really there to help unleash that. So our Creative Leadership Academy is going into year 3, and we've been able to grow that from 15 to 50 plus college age youth of color. And we've got another couple dozen that are on the waiting list to be able to participate. Tonight, you're going to hear from our digital apprentices, and they worked this summer side by side with industry professionals on these projects, and you'll get to hear about that shortly. So next, I'm going to turn it over to our development and operations manager, Janaea Sarad, and she's got some more info, and she's going to talk to some of our industry partners. Thank you. Janaea.
Hi there. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight to showcase all the wonderful talent we've had the opportunity to work with over the course of this summer. First of all, I want to say that this work is done with the generosity of so many partners and sponsors who have worked with E4 for years. And so we are grateful to all of you who've contributed your time, your funds, and support to these young people over the years. With that said, we are still looking to pick up donations to support the stipends that we pay these young creatives. If you look at the bottom of the live stream screen, you will see a bit.ly link that you can refer to contribute to the stipends for our students. That's one of the things that makes E4 Youth particularly unique, is that we do pay our young creatives for their work. We do this because we really are trying to close the divide in the creative economy. So many of these jobs in media and technology require these unpaid internships, which means a lot of young people are shut out from that opportunity to get these professional development experiences because they don't have the privilege of just having, mommy and daddy pay for everything. So, and this is why this is really important, that we make sure that our digital apprentices who participate in our programs receive a stipend, and then we go on to hire a lot of our digital apprentices to work for us as creative mentors and digital docents. So please check out that link at the bottom of your screen and give whatever you're able to. With that said, I would like to turn the attention to some of our wonderful partners this year and have a little quick convo. If we could bring up on the screen Kata Andrade. And we have Kayla and Melissa of Resplendent Hospitality. Good evening to all three of you wonderful people.
Hello, hello. Hello, good evening.
Hi there. So
hi, everybody.
If we can just kind of round robin this, I'm going to have you all talk about yourselves a little bit. Kata, can you start us off and tell us about yourself and how you got involved with the work we're doing here at E4?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I do feel like I'm a family friend because I have known Umberto and Carl for many, many years, as they they had this idea and they grew this idea into E4. Now it's like this incredible garden of an ecosystem of incredible creative thinkers and doers. And so that's how I was connected to Carl and Umberto. I currently am a senior change leader at Ashoka. And Ashoka is a nonprofit that brings together a network of the world's leading social entrepreneurs. And we're looking at new frameworks to building everyone a change maker world. I'm also a student. I'm doing my PhD, wear my student hat in communications. And so that's one of the things I shared with the young people, is like I was learning from them as much as they were learning from me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that introduction, Kata. Kayla, Melissa, I don't know who to start with. I'll let you all pick.
Go with Melissa first. Hello, hello. I am the VP of Resplendent Hospitality, which is a marketing, PR, and social media firm here in Austin. And so we have been working with E4 Youth behind the scenes to do the PR communications for E4 Youth, actually. And so that is how we were connected with Janaea from a mutual friend of ours. And we fell in love with E4 Youth's mission and, of course, Janaea, because how can you not? And so we really wanted to just kind of further develop our relationship with you guys. And then Janaea has presented this opportunity to us, and Kayla and I jumped instantly on board with kind of out knowing what we were getting into, but we figured it out along the way. And so, yeah, that is me in a nutshell, honestly.
Yeah. I will also jump in here. I'm a senior account executive over at Resplendent Hospitality. Melissa and I have really worked together, not just with each other to kind of manage this program, but we've also incorporated our entire agency to participate every single week. So this was really a team effort. I think everybody learned something valuable, as Cara said, like they weren't just learning from us, we were definitely learning something from them. And we just really appreciated the opportunity to get involved and hang out with you guys for a little bit.
So I'm going to continue going with y'all at Resplendent. I'm really glad that you brought up the fact that this is a symbiotic relationship, Kayla, and that as much as we're deriving value from you all and what you've done for us, it sounds like you've been able to learn quite a bit from our young creatives as well. Melissa, do you want to speak to that a little bit further, what you learned from our E4 young creatives?
Absolutely. I can even just use last night as an example. Kayla and I did a run through with our group of their presentations, and we were so blown away, honestly. Just the way that the campaigns came together and how they used kind of the skill set that we provided them and applied it to. They just thought of it in a different way, especially from just fresh eyes and a youthful perspective and what that looks like. And I think that is so important in our industry, especially being a creative, is just continuously learning from others and from our community. And so just being able to kind of see from a perspective of, focusing on UT or focusing product placement and things like that. And so just being able to pick up just those little nuances from us and really also how we structure it and how we work with community partners and kind of how putting our manager caps on and things like that and being able to teach and guide and educate was something fun for Kayla and I just to continue using personally for our skill set.
Wow, that's great to know. Thank you, Melissa. I'm going to turn over to Kata once more. Kata, you live a lot in the academic world, so you get to see and interact with young people a lot, I imagine. What is it about E4 Youth's Young Creatives Digital Apprentices that you think is somehow unique or different from your experiences working with young people?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, I work a lot both in academic, journalistic, and also like the social entrepreneurship sector. So I'm always constantly going in between those. I think, and the thing that all those have in common, those different sectors, is the importance of creativity. And so for me, working with E4 Youth is like they have that already very clear in their minds how important creativity is for problem solving, and not just for problem solving, for conflict resolution, for thinking, for actually putting into practice change in the world. And for me, that's the most valuable part of working with E4 Youth, is that they have a very clear vision in their minds of the role that the creativity has for their lives, and their commitment to creativity, and the fact that E4 Youth is actually fostering this enabling environment for them to be able to build upon that and really manifest that is very powerful.
Thank you so much for that. That's great to know. It does sound like the whole Resplendent team is able to join us and say hello. Mary, Ali, hello. It's been a while since I've seen y'all. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I think the last time we talked, it might have been in the throes of February snowpocalypse.
Yeah.
Good to see that we're all warm and toasty now.
Yeah. Quarantined in my bedroom, obviously. So here we are.
Well, I want to thank all of you for all that you've contributed. Kata's been a long time supporter and volunteer with E4 Youth and just dove right into this project. And we're so grateful to have her talents here. Resplendent team, you all have given money. You've all been providing PR services. And now you've been working with our students for the past 8 weeks. So we know this 8-week-long project is a very big commitment. So thank you so much for giving of that. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention some of our other industry partners who are not able to join us on the stream tonight, but big shout out to the Permanent Legacy Foundation and to Beast Editorial, and finally to the African American Graphic Designers Organization, who have also run studios with our young creatives this summer term. Without your help, we wouldn't be able to do what we do with these young people. So just know that we are so grateful to all of you. With that said, I am going to let you all watch the rest of the show, and I will turn the mic over to our illustrious educational director, Humberto Perez. So, Humberto. Hello.
Hi, everybody. I'm Humberto Perez, the education director here at E4Youth. Thank you, Janaea, for the introduction. And so we're going to get right into our Capstone event and feature our teams of digital apprentices. So this is all part of our Summer Creative Leadership Academy program that we have this summer, where our digital apprentices, they develop portfolios, they develop resumes, a LinkedIn profile, and then they also get to work with our industry studio partners, and they get to attend the sessions, and they get to actually work on real projects for real clients. And so what you're going to see today is their work, projects they worked on, and also get to hear from them about how the E4Youth program impacted them. So we are really proud to introduce our first of 4 teams, which is our Resplendent Hospitality team, led by our creative mentors, Jennifer Chavez and Chelsea Jenkins. Jennifer's not able to join us today because of some Wi-Fi issues she's having. But I want to welcome Chelsea to introduce her team. Welcome, Chelsea.
Hi, you guys. Thanks for that introduction, Humberto. I was one of the creative mentors on this Resplendent Hospitality Studio, and I'm happy that I got a chance to work with these great individuals. Now I'll be passing it off to my wonderful team to start the presentation. So here comes Nini.
Thank you so much, Chelsea, and good evening, everyone. We are part of the Resplendent Hospitality team, and we're so excited to start us off today by talking about ways you can build your marketing strategy. So now let's introduce our amazing team. My name is Nini, and I'll be a sophomore accounting major at the University of Texas at Austin.
Hey guys, my name is Yuan Lee, and I will be a rising senior at UT studying psychology. Nice to meet you all.
Our third member who isn't able to be here tonight is Antonio, and he will be an incoming freshman at UT.
Hi everyone, my name is Sejal, and I'll be a sophomore business major at St. Edward's University.
Finally, our last member is Deshaun Barkley, and he will be a junior at Atkins Early College High School. Now, just a brief overview for tonight. We'll be going over 3 main points we learned during the CLA program, and they are making a plan, knowing your strategies, and implementing your strategies.
So our client for this studio session was Guero's Taco Bar, which is an Austin staple Mexican restaurant located on the vibrant South Congress. We were tasked with rebranding the restaurant and achieving their goal of appealing to a younger audience. So here's our process.
So during this 8-week-long session with Resplendent, we had an amazing opportunity to learn everything involved with planning a social media marketing. And one of the most important things we learned was how to create a communication plan. So a communication plan is a months-long plan dedicated to our clients specifically. So in our case, it's 6 months long for Guero. And this is our main task during the 8 weeks. Everything we've learned so far going into the plan. And the plan includes everything from media outlets, both local and national level, client goals, media relations, and partnership ideas. We'll talk more about this in details later. And in the communication plan, we break campaigns down by each month and outline the activities we plan to do in order to meet the client's goals. For example, in the July calendar, we have highlighted July, 4th of July because we think it's celebrated nationally, and so we wanted to do something special on that day for Guero. And we took a few days to brainstorming what should we do for July 4th and what outlet to choose. In the end, we decided to set our food stand at the firework place to publicize the restaurant more. During the process, we had so much fun coming up with all the events and pitching media outlets.
Now we'll be talking about marketing resources like media outlets and partnerships. So it's really important to reach out to both local and national outlets in order to reach that bigger crowd. Eater Austin is an example of a more local outlet, and Food and Wine Magazine is more national. Now, once you've secured an outlet, you want to make sure that you're addressing certain trends to pique the attention of both the audience and the journalists themselves. Some examples of trends are things like comfort food and contactless services, which have become especially popular during the pandemic.
Partnerships are built when two businesses have goals and idea and think that they can benefit from each other, and so they build partnerships. And an idea for an example of this would be if Torchy's goal was to gain more social media attention and Guido's goal was to build a bigger audience, then they could mash up and create a friendly social media competition where they can go against each other using foods, drinks, attractions, and things like this would bring such a huge would bring in crowds of people on all social media platforms. It could help both these companies achieve their goals.
Yes, so finally, let's jump into our last topic, the fun part where we execute our strategy on social media. Quite contrary to what many people do, it's best not just jump in immediately with posting content. We start by setting tangible goals such as how many followers we want to reach in the prospective months to come. For Guido's, we set the goal for 10,000 followers from the around 7,000 they have now. Another thing to plan ahead is to utilize other features like story highlights and Instagram bios. This is your chance to tell viewers who you are, and we made sure Guido's bio had live music and good bar culture featured. Finally, for the visuals, you want to set up brand guidelines. So as you see in the example to the right, in our homework, we created mood boards to direct Guido's brand to be welcoming, bright, and friendly. Now, the current Guido's Instagram is good, but there are some key details that could elevate it even more. After all, with so many food accounts on Instagram, Guido needs to be distinguishable from the crowd. And what we learned from Resplendent is that the theme and cohesion between individual posts is crucial. The home size feed on the right is a prime example of an account that has a lock on color theme, while also including images with people and interaction, which is another detail Guido can use. Captions are what targets the desired audience, and geotags and hashtags that Homesite uses is something Guidos can also implement into their own feed, combining both bigger hashtags and local ones, such as an Austin hashtag. These small changes will ensure that the media will reach the largest and most relevant audience.
What do you mean by that?
And with that, we are finished. Before we go, though, we'd like to thank our two creative mentors, Chelsea Jenkins and Jennifer Chavez. You guys have been very vital to and helpful to us throughout these past months, and we'd like to thank you guys so much for being amazing mentors.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you all so much for listening. We all learned so much from Resplendent over the past couple of months and have truly enjoyed all working together as a team as well. Once again, we'd like to extend a huge shout out to Resplendent and Guidos as well for being our client, and we hope you enjoyed the presentation. Now passing it back to Humberto.
You're muted.
Humberto, you're muted.
Thank you. All right. Well, I was muted that whole time, like always happens when you're trying to manage all these devices. But that was a great presentation by the Resplendent Hospitality team. Awesome work. And kudos again to Jennifer and Chelsea for facilitating that team. They are part of our creative mentor team. And next up, we have our second team, which is our Permanent Legacy Foundation and Beast editorial team, led by our creative mentors, Lily Sue and Michaela Dumas. Welcome, Lily.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lily, and I'm the creative mentor for the Permanent Legacy Foundation team. So just to tell you a little bit more about their project, the team was tasked to create a video ad for the Permanent Legacy Foundation. And Permanent is basically a cloud storage service, kind of similar to Dropbox or Google Drive. And it's also a nonprofit. So they allow people and families to own their own digital archives, which they can then pass down from generation to generation. The team also worked with Beast TV to produce this video. And this summer, they brainstormed, concepted, and storyboarded the visuals for the ad. And they also took an 18-minute recorded phone call from the client, and they trimmed it down to 2 minutes to fit their ad. They basically took these assets together and they made them into a demo video for the client. So other than the audio that the client gave them, they basically made this ad completely from scratch, which is very impressive. And I also do feel like this team went through their fair share of obstacles because in the first few weeks, 2 of the team members most skilled in Premiere had to leave the team. But I think this team stands out not because of their technical knowledge in Adobe, but their willingness to learn and just be really resourceful and build a stronger and more tight-knit team because of it. And I also wanted to add that anyone who's produced videos before knows that 8 weeks is a very short time to make a video from the beginning. So I'm super impressed with everything they've managed to do this summer. And now they'll be introducing themselves and presenting their work to you.
Hi, fellow creatives. My name is Victoria Chiganika. I'm a sophomore at UT Austin, and I focus mainly on concepting for the ad.
Hi everyone, my name is Danu and I will be a sophomore at Texas A&M University, and I mostly helped with editing the script and audio. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sarah Shu. I'm a rising junior at Meridian World School, and I mostly work with audio and visual.
And I'm Fernando Boites. I'm an upcoming senior at Mina Senior High School, and I mostly worked on art direction. Our original project is a video for the Permanent Legacy, and this is our storyboard slash concept ideas for the project. We sort of shifted into having assets and ideas for our client. So in the beginning of the video would be to have the conversation typed out with the color palette of the Permanent website to start it off.
When we were first thinking about the ad, we knew we wanted it to be simple and emotional because it would center families. The idea that popped in our head was a Google advertisement that showed someone typing in the search bar, and how we integrated that into our ad was having a scene where someone is navigating through the Permanent website, which you'll see in the demo advertisement.
One of our ideas is to have carousel photos upload into archives. So we would show the photos like a carousel, like a slideshow of someone flipping through them, like a photo book. And they would have a vintage filter on it with the camera click, like this right here.
And to add to the nostalgic, sentimental feel we were going for, we put the details of our client that she mentions in her stories as a visual aid, almost like a photo album where you have the photo and the description on the side. And here we have more sentimental moments in our client's life that we wanted to include, like baseball and cheerleading and birthday parties. Again, to add the nostalgia, make it emotive and personal to our client.
Another one of our ideas is to show close-up footage of objects in abstract ways. So we would have footage of these little objects based on Amberly's mom's photos to emphasize a little moment of memory and nostalgia, and they would be shown throughout the video. Another idea was to use illustrations in motion, like contour drawings, also emphasizing story behind the photos, and these would also be shown throughout the video.
So like I said earlier, we wanted to keep the ad simple, but we also wanted to integrate the brand. So we included the logo and also what they stand for. So we also included a collage of diverse families that use permanent, and we plan to transition that collage into the logo. As you'll see in this demo. And from there, we wanted to transition the permanent logo, the letters, and have it melt into the infinity sign, which is another logo that permanent uses. So here's our demo video.
Hello. Hi, Mom. I told you a little bit about the Permanent Legacy Foundation and kind of what they're doing, right?
No, Permanent Legacy. I don't recall you telling me about that.
So, what it is they promise that everyone deserves a personal archive.
Man, I could use that. I got tubs and tubs of old photos of y'all playing basketball, cheerleading, graduating, around the house, when y'all were little, when you were young, birthday parties, everything. That photo of us five lined up at Christmas.
I love that photo. It's iconic for our family.
I just think it's just so perfect. To me, it is iconic of me and my sisters, how much we love one another.
I want to scan and upload it to our family archive that I'm going to build.
Oh, Emily, they would love that.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to our storyboard and demo. Now we wanted to then discuss how the CLA program has impacted us. And I'll begin by saying that I'm a completely different person now than I was at the beginning of summer. And that is largely due to the CLA program and the amazing, amazing, amazing team I was so lucky to work with. I'm more creative now and happy to say that despite the imposter syndrome I felt at the beginning of the summer, this program was not scary at all and had so many great memories and impact in my life. Thank you so much.
My experience with the Summer CLA Industry Studios has impacted me positively. I came in as an engineering major, not as creative as a lot of the other people here, so I was a little bit scared of messing up or disappointing my teammates, but I genuinely couldn't say enough thank yous to my team as they've all been so amazing. I was able to share my ideas comfortably and get feedback on how to improve without feeling bad or stressed. And I believe that this program has helped me find a more creative side within myself and has helped me with my communication skills because I believe that I can communicate a little bit more clearly. Overall, I'm super happy with the way that our project ended up, and I genuinely couldn't say enough thank yous to the Summer CLA program. Thank you.
I think the CLA in itself is made of so many people with so many diverse stories and backgrounds, and that hearing people's stories has really allowed me to realize what kind of things I've taken for granted and how I can be grateful for those things. I've never really liked working with people. I don't actually work a team. I like working by myself, but really being in this team has been really great. I've learned a lot about how it is to work with a client, how to combine ideas of the client and the team, and how to sometimes compromise when it's needed. And I mean, I really have to say thank you to our team, like Fernando with all your great artistic ideas, and Victoria with all your great decision making. And Danu, I know that you said that you didn't come in as a creative person, but I think your ideas were so great. And I'm just really lucky to be a part of this. And thank you, Lily, for leading our team. I think most of all, having these different perspectives and experiences has really showed us how to make the best use of our stories, and that's more than I could ask for.
I'd say that starting on this project, I would consider myself creative, but I haven't worked on a lot of projects. And working on this really helped me a lot because it made me feel more comfortable communicating my ideas, and also being more comfortable working with a team, as well as working with the client, who was really helpful because he was flexible and understanding of our situations, and also Ron for understanding our vision. And I just want to thank this program because it helped me a lot to learn. I made so many connections. I'm glad. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much to the team for sharing their experiences of the program. I'm really glad it impacted you positively, and I hope everyone liked watching the video as much as I did. I have to say I've really seen their team dynamic and their confidence transform, so I can confidently say that they're professionals. And I also wanted to thank Permanent Legacy Foundation and Amberly for trusting us with this project. I know she held this project very close to her heart, so I feel honored that she was able to entrust the team with it. And also for being such a nice and flexible client. You really made our work so much easier and more enjoyable. So thank you for that. I also wanted to thank Ron for coming to the meetings every week and being so enthusiastic. Thank you so much for encouraging the team to be creative and also teaching them how to be professionals, because I know a lot of them said they have learned a lot from you. So thank you so much, and I'll pass it on to Umberto to introduce the next team.
Thank you, Lily, and great work, Permanent Legacy and Beast Editorial team. That was a fantastic video. I saw what y'all started with the audio, and y'all did a fantastic job of taking those audios and trimming it down and creating that video that you had and all the great ideas you had. So, kudos to you, Lily, for facilitating that team's work. And our third team is a story-making group with Cara Andrade, led by our creative mentors, Joseph Mayang and Ricardo Villegas. So welcome, Joseph and Ricardo.
Hi, thank you for that introduction, Humberto. First off, I want to say welcome, good night, everyone. Good evening. Hope everyone's doing well. So as the name implies, this is the story making industry studio. And what the students were tasked with doing was just making up with the story and then kind of just reflecting on their own stories, really. So this industry studio was led by the one and only Cara Andrade, who not only taught these students how to reflect on their own stories, really, but take it to the next level and really make this storytelling more meaningful and more tailored to what they're passionate about. And so what the students came up with is they took their personal experiences and they combined it into a story that's fictional, but it's somewhat realistic now that you think about it. And there's a lot of underlying meanings behind them. And it's just a really beautiful piece overall. I'm really proud of these students because it's not easy to tap into your emotional experiences and your stories. You have to be very vulnerable and you have to be open to sharing that with an audience. But they did not just that, they did so much more. They really made an impactful piece. And we're really excited for you to be able to witness what they've been working on this summer. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to the other creative mentors during this session, Ricardo Villegas, and he'll give his words on.
Oh, I think Joseph froze a little bit, but thank you so much for passing it over to me, Joseph. I agree with everything you said, and additionally, over the last 8 weeks, I've had the opportunity to see each and every one of our CLA participants learn to become better storytellers and grow their skills and talents as individuals and as a group. I've been super impressed with the work that they've done and by the way that they've handled themselves throughout the process. The amount of dedication that they put into this has been super amazing, and I'm really proud of what they've made in such a short amount of time. But enough of hearing from me. I'm sure you want to see what they've created this summer. I know you're going to be super impressed with their work. So take it away, guys.
Hey, I'm Rhiannon, and I'm a senior at Aikens Early College High School. I was the director, illustrator, and video editor for this project called Reality's Edge. This project started out as individual stories about ourselves, but with the help of Kara, it became a collaboration complete with visuals, narration, and audio. Our goal was to create a dystopian story taking place in 2050 about characters living in a world where their SAT score determines their livelihood. Additionally, the world around them is crumbling apart due to the destruction we cause to the earth in this day and age. This is meant to be both a representation of the world we currently live in and who we are as creatives. Now I will show you the trailer that we created in order to kind of showcase all of the work that we did on this project.
Reality's edge is pointed like a steel blade, turned inward like a bow, and balanced on a single speck of dust. For if we ever become who we are as creatives, we damage the hour of merit and the dreams encapsulated by unfettered, warm body. Among the revel we dance, not slithered away or scattered like dandelion, lungs of ash and gold. We triumph for our lost ones and dare to be courageous.
So that was our trailer, and now I'm going to pass it on to our script writers who will tell us a little bit about how they made it happen.
Hello, my name is Minich Calhoun. I am a rising junior and I am currently attending the University of North Texas and I major in studio art. I was a main writer for this project. Martina, who couldn't be here today, was also a main writer for this project. She is a rising junior at UT and is majoring in public relations. Martina and I took turns writing out different scenes and bouncing off each other's writing. There were times when one of us had better solutions to a plot hole we came across, so we constantly communicated in order for the story to flow better. This teamwork allowed us to set up visuals for our illustrators. Now I'll take it to McConan, who worked on dialogue.
Hi, my name is McConan Collier. I'm a political science major at St. Edward's. And we built a vision of a group project that highlighted the adversity of growing up in a world where art is not valued in the same way as other forms of intelligence. And I could relate to that experience of shutting out my anecdotal understanding and vision of the world. And with Jennifer's help, we wrote a script which included poetry and vivid language. And it was a pleasure to work with Jennifer and share ideas about how to convey our art.
And now we'll talk a bit about the visuals. So as I said before, I was the illustrator for the project. And when I was making the graphics, I kept in mind that this is a very dark world that we're trying to create with just a sprinkle of hope to bring life and creativity to our four main characters that are based off of our team members. And now I'll pass it on to Montserrat, who did the photography for this project.
Hi, my name is Montserrat Renteria. I graduated from Minor Senior High School this year. I was a photographer in the team, and the reasons I chose this image is because I wanted to create a very gloomy, sad, depressing world where the story took place. I will pass it on.
Yeah, okay, so first of all, the photos in the background are Montserrat's. These are my illustrations, just to kind of showcase some of them. Here are Montserrat's photos. And now we'll talk a bit about the music and audio.
Hey, so my name is Cheve Garcia, and I'm going to be a junior at Hendrickson High School, and I was responsible for the music score. So since the production was so short, that means I really need to create something that fits the mood that we're going for. I created 3 different samples of songs I could expand on using Fruity Loops Studio, which is a music software, submitted them to the team, and we decided which one we wanted to use. We kind of had this idea to make the music become a main character. And what that means is that the music would take center stage along with McConan's poetry. and it would be able to stand alone and on its own and not just be background music. Here's Jennifer with the audio.
Thank you so much, Cheve. Hi, my name is Jennifer Castillo. I'm a junior at UT Austin studying journalism, and I was in charge of the audio effects for this video. While I was choosing the audio effects, I really decided to pay attention to details to each scene and to really elevate that production quality of the visuals and of the script. And small audio edits, small visions of the wind or of a door closing really brings life to that story and really brings that detail that we sometimes don't see at first glance, but at second glance, it brings that quality to it. Using Creative Commons and other license-free for educational purposes were used for the audio effects and for the music as well. And I will go ahead and pass it on.
So next we're going to talk about what we got from this project, basically.
Yes, to wrap it up, communication is essential for a team to work successfully. Us meeting outside of our studio time and messaging each other on WhatsApp positively benefited our work ethic.
One challenge that we constantly faced was deadlines. We had trouble coming up with concrete dates when things needed to be done, but as you can see, it worked out perfectly. So.
Yeah, and so one takeaway I got from this was working as a team is incredibly important and not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, considering I'm normally a huge introvert. I really got to learn how special it is to work with other people and collaborate with them and make an even better product than you could if you were with yourself. And I'm going to take this into like all of my future life endeavors, I'm sure.
Our team really embraced the creative process and relied heavily on the individual fire of our motivation. Yet in the thick of the storm, we really value the importance of making light of the hard work and recognize how important it was to have fun and enjoy ourselves, and also just build relationships between all of us. And we really came out of it as a small little family, and so it was really a pleasure being a part of this program.
And finally, we all had exposure to different creative processes. Everyone has their own talent and is equally creative, and everyone is able to express themselves equally and have that trust within the group to be able to express themselves. And I couldn't be any more happier than being with this team.
And that concludes our presentation, and we'll pass it on to Joseph for a closing statement.
All right, hello again, everyone. So as you can see, this project was more than just the story that they put together, but more so it was a chance for them to really just be introspective and look at their experience as individuals, collaborate with one another to tell a compelling story that has meaning and depth and can be applied, especially to today's society. But all of this wouldn't be possible without Kara. She was a mentor to all of us in the grand scheme of things, and every week she had lessons to elevate not just the story with the project, but the story of ourselves, getting to be in tune with who we are, what we stand for, and what we love. It takes a lot of gut and a lot of opening up to do, especially in a virtual environment like this. I'm proud of our students that they're able to do that. It's a really hard task, and it's something that is undervalued. And we just want to shed light on that. So Gata, you're probably watching, but thank you for everything. And you're gonna get a flood of comments from us in a bit, just to express our gratitude. But thank you again, and of course, thank you to E4 for making this all happen. This really is bridging the gap between the youth with creative careers, and this is it happening in real time.
Awesome. What a fantastic project. And thank you, Joseph, for facilitating that team, and incredible work, because I know all of you have your own stories, and y'all really decided to come together and take your own stories and make it into one big story. And it's always tough to collaborate as a team. So kudos to all of you for doing that. You know, it takes work. All right. And now for our fourth and final team, we have our African American graphic design team, led by our creative mentors, Duke Wynn and Litzy Valdez. Welcome, Duke and Litzy.
Hi guys, my name is Duke Nguyen. This past couple of months, I was blessed to be able to lead a young creative team of 8 to take on the client with the African American graphic design team. The project was long, and the idea was like really big and from the client, but after many session with the client, they was able to like tackle down the assignment and work so well with each other, even though there was a speed bump along the way with personal endeavor. But I feel proud of what they have done, and yeah, that's it. Let's see.
Hello, everyone. My name is Litzy Valdez. I was a support as a creative mentor for this group.
And now I think I can pass it on to the teams to present themselves and present the project.
Hello, everyone. We are the African American Graphic Design Industry Studio. For the past couple of months, we have been working to complete this project, which required us to divide ourselves into a few teams. I am Nathan Stimley, and I am a member of the web design team.
Hi, my name is Luis Angeles, and I am part of the branding and web design team.
Hi, I'm Yaneli Ortiz, and I am part of the advertising, content, and research team.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Brewer, and I am part of the design and branding team. My experience with E4 Youth program helped me grow as a person by collaborating with my awesome teammates. And in this project, they helped me give me feedback and able to help me make my designs evolve.
Hi, I'm Tiara Kinney. I'm part of the research and content team. Being in this group helped me learn to ask for help if I needed it, and I got to meet a lot of people who are very creative and very good at what they do, and they inspired me to create more things.
And unfortunately, we did have a few team members who were unable to join us today. Joshua, who was a part of the design team, and Darnell and Christian, who were both members of the research and content team.
This summer, our client was Glenn Towery. He is the founder of Remembering Black Heroes. He's also a Vietnam combat veteran and an award-winning screenwriter, filmmaker, actor, composer, and singer. This summer, his mission for us was to create a website where we will showcase and highlight the thousands of African American soldiers, both enslaved and free, and their contribution to the wars that they fought in America. To execute our website and our content, we were categorized in 3 different departments. For example, research and content, marketing and advertising, and branding. For our research, we decided to work on these 4 conflicts first to really emphasize and highlight the accomplishments of African American soldiers in those periods of time.
For additional content in the future, we would like to showcase the accomplishments by African Americans in the Korean, Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan war.
So, now that our research goals have been established, we needed to come up with some designs for the logo, as well as typography and color palette designs. As you can see here, we had several designs in mind for the actual logo. They all centered around one key theme, though, that being the helmet or the actual military hats that were worn by soldiers. This essentially gave us a concrete idea of what we wanted the logo to look like.
For typography, we stuck with using a combination of serif and sans serif fonts to create an attractive visual contrast. We chose to use bold or black sans serif fonts for the title to make it stand out and to catch the viewer's eye. For the paragraph text, we used old-style Roman fonts since they're very legible fonts. And then for color palettes, originally our color palettes were inspired by the different uniforms of the military branches, but after some revision, we decided to use the colors that represent America and African American military history instead of representing a single branch. And then these are our official brand guidelines. On the left, we have our official typography. We chose built titling for the title of our site, and we chose Gandhi serif for the paragraphs. We loved how eye-catching built titling was and how it looked like an old-school newspaper. And we chose Gandhi serif because it was easy to read and had a very professional feel to it. And then on the right, we have our official colors, dark red, cream, and dark brown. We chose cream and dark brown because of the strong contrast that they have and because they have a very historical feel to them. We chose red because it helps highlight American history. And then here we have our official logo.
Official logo right there.
As we are still developing and creating content, once everything is ready to be released and promoted, I created an outline for the upcoming individual who will be managing our social media and our client as well to use.
So, at this point, we are very close to being done with the main research and brand guideline creation. All that's left to do now is to present the actual website wireframes to our client, as well as adding additional content to the final draft of the website.
For our website, we chose to lay it out as a modern newspaper to help present the content in a professional way. And in this way, we can help make our content more interesting to a younger audience. And these are some of the wireframes of potential layouts for the site.
As you can see here. And we would like to use this moment to extend a massive thank you to our industry studio, African American Graphic Design, for giving us the opportunity to work with their team on this project. This was a whole lot of fun to work on with the rest of the industry studio to help make this a reality. We would also like to thank all of you for listening. Now, I will be passing the mic back to Umberto.
That was great. Another great presentation by our African American graphic design team. Really awesome work. And once again, just like seeing where y'all started out from and where y'all got to. Just kudos to Duke and Litzy for facilitating your team's work and everybody on your team. And just everybody, really awesome.
Creative mentors for the Q&A.
Having really awesome program this summer. I want to take this opportunity to once again just say thank you to all of you for participating, all of you in the Summer Creative Leadership Academy. And also we greatly appreciate our industry studio partners and our coaches, Melissa Grady, Kayla Lavender, Cara Andrade, Ron Rendon, and Terrence Moline. You made the industry studio sessions a wonderful experience for our Creative Leadership Academy participants, and we are extremely grateful to you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So next up, we're going to recognize our most outstanding digital apprentices for each of our teams. So I'd like to we'll start out with our most outstanding digital apprentice from our Resplendent Hospitality team. So I'd like to welcome Chelsea to talk about who is most outstanding on that team.
Hi, you guys. I'm back again. So, I had a pleasure working with Resplendent Hospitality Team, and I had the awesome time with my team members. It was a close one, but this person really showed outstanding communication skills, teamwork. Always was a team player and was very like excited for the next big thing for our group. She was very participative, and it was very nice to get to know her more this summer. So our most outstanding digital apprentice is Nini. I'm not sure if she's on the live, but she has been the most outstanding digital apprentice for us for our Resplendent team.
Congratulations, Nini. So next up, we have Lily from our Permanent Legacy Foundation and Beast editorial team.
Hi, everyone. When it came time to decide for our team, I felt like it was super close. Everyone was very integral to the team in a different way. But ultimately, in the end, it came down to two people. And as some of you may know, I also knew two people on my team from before. So I wanted to make sure I was completely unbiased when deciding. So I consulted with Michaela, who is my support for this summer, and we agreed that Sarah was very deserving of this award. And I wanted to read to you guys some of the comments people had to say about Sarah. Someone said, I would always see Sarah talking or leading the charge. I was really impressed when after one of the editing sessions, she expressed how she felt and made sure her teammates' feelings were being heard as well. I think she has a lot of emotional maturity and she's a hard worker. Someone else said, Sarah really shone as a team member in supporting and being there for her team. And it's very evident in the slides, the audio, and the final product. So Sarah, I hope you know you've contributed something very valuable to your team by being in it. And we really appreciate your work ethic and how you care for others. So congratulations.
Thank you, Lily. And next up, we have the Cara Andrade team and Joseph and Ricardo.
All right, hello guys. So after watching that amazing trailer and just getting more insights about that project, it was really hard to choose a student because each of them shined in their own unique ways. And honestly, it was a group effort. It really takes a village to make beautiful things happen. And it's the same case for this, but there was one person who definitely forefronted this and got this project going. And you can see it as an extension of who they are, and you can really tell that the passion that they put into it is really aligned with the work that they do and the connections that they made and just the energy that they put out. So I'm proud to say that for our team, the digital apprentice for this semester, CLA, is Mia. Congratulations, Mia.
Thank you.
Once again, I'm pretty sure this was unanimous. I feel like the whole team could support me and Ricardo's decision, and everyone's rooting you on, cheering you on. You really deserved it, and from the first few days of you just taking charge and really making the storyline just go forward, it really shows the leadership that you have, and also just the creativity. Being one of the main writers, the story writers. It really just allowed people to expand on their creativity, and it was a lot because of you. So your team is thankful, I'm thankful, Ricardo's thankful, and everyone's just amazed with the work that you've done.
Thank you. I'd really like to thank a digital docent here. Her name's Litzy. She told me about You for Youth, and I'm here because of her, and my life has changed. I'm just really thankful for her. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Joseph, and congratulations, Mia. And next up, we have the African-American graphic design team, Duke.
Hi again, guys. So after those 2 months, was really hard for me to choose one that was to be the most outstanding member. It was between like 3 members, but one person stood out. That person has great leadership quality. He stepped up when he need to. He took on a lot of like role during the project, but sometimes he do add some a little bit of selfishness in there, and I great was grateful for him to be in there when I wasn't available, and that person was Luis.
So I just want to thank you, Doc, for choosing me. It means a lot. And honestly, I felt very comfortable with this team. It felt like a family, and I just liked how everyone was very supportive of each other. Like when Darnell couldn't make it to the team meetings, or when just one of us wasn't able to make it and give our full potential, everyone understood. There was no pressure, there was no bullying or anything. And that made me feel very comfortable in taking charge and sharing my knowledge with everyone on the team. And also, Doug, I want to give you a shout out for putting that pressure on me to teach others and to take charge. I felt like you really pushed me, and I'm very appreciative of that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. I mean, I think Humberto taught me a lot back then, to be like on the spot when the pressure up to you. If you like do great on the pressure, under pressure, you can do anything. And I saw that in you. That's why I chose you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Duke, and congratulations, Luis. And this concludes our 2021 Summer Creative Leadership Academy Capstone event. We hope you've enjoyed watching all these awesome teams and the work that they've done. We're very proud of their work. We're very proud of each and every one of them, and look for them in the future. They're definitely on the right path, and we're just thrilled that we had the opportunity to work through the summer. The summer has been kind of rough. This whole past year has been really rough for a lot of people and for a lot of our young creatives, and just for a lot of us in general. So we're just happy to have made it through the summer. And like I said, if you're interested in getting involved, if you're a high school student, just check out your schools and see if we have a Get Creative Club there and get involved. If not, reach out to us at E4Youth. And if you're a college student or you're going to college, continue to stay involved. You can go to our website, e4youth.org, to find out more information about how you can become a digital apprentice and eventually hopefully get hired to be a creative mentor, a digital docent, and get internships at some of our industries with some of our industry studio partners. And I guess I'll turn it over to Carl for some final words.
Thank you, Humberto. I just want to say how proud I am of everybody that presented tonight, hearing from our amazing partners, hearing from the students, the creative mentors, the great job that you all did in really supporting the digital apprentices as they went through this process. I was really touched and excited about the work that you all are doing and that you have done. I also just want to say one final reminder that we are taking on donations to help support stipends for students that have participated in the program this summer. Each one of the students who successfully complete the program gets a $250 stipend. All of the creative mentors that you saw that work with these students are employees as well of E4Youth, and we hire them starting at $15 an hour. We do this because we really feel like it's important to value the work and honor the work of our students, particularly of our BIPOC students, because let's face it, it's tough out there in the world. There's lots of challenges that we all have to overcome, and the scope of the problems that we're dealing with as a society, it's really a all hands on deck type of situation. So if you can support that, support stipends, even you can give $10, $20, $50, every little bit helps. Again, I want to thank Humberto as well for the outstanding job that he has done in leading the Creative Leadership Academy. Janaea, for all of the outstanding work that you continue to do to support and lead the organization. And most of all, I want to thank all of you all for showing up tonight and hanging out to the sweet end. I won't call it the bitter end. I'll call it the sweet end. So y'all have a great night. And I think we actually finished on time, y'all. So yay for us. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.